It's been a while since we've talked about Jaclyn Hill because ever since she shut down her brands and stopped pushing so many launches on us, there hasn't really been much to talk about. She's been keeping to herself, mainly posting perfume content on TikTok and managing to steer clear of any controversy. Well, that's all changed because Jaclyn is being called out for undisclosed ads for a brand that people are calling her new Morphe. She also found herself in a bit of trouble this week after her own fans called her out on her shopping habits. It's a mess, so let's get into it. It's been a few months since we last talked about Jaclyn Hill, and since then, a lot has changed. She's announced that her and Jordan are selling their house in Florida and making the move to California, which is a pretty big deal for Jaclyn. During the peak of her YouTube career, when everyone was making the move down to LA, Jaclyn was one of the few influencers who stayed put where they lived, and she made it clear, moving to LA was not her journey. A lot of people in the comments found the timing of the move strange since she's kind of past the peak of her career as an influencer. I mean, she's not posting as much on YouTube, she doesn't have any active brands, she's not collabing with Morphe anymore.
This is just so incredibly weird and just so real to see all of this. Like, look at all of this stuff ready to move to California. This is insane. And let me show you guys my closet. Like this. Dude, what? Oh my God, it's so weird.
It definitely feels like a strange move, but many people think it might actually be for Jordan. Jordan is on this season of Next Level Chef, and the prize at the end is $250,000 and a one-year mentorship with Gordon Ramsay. Some people even think that Jaclyn may have spoiled the ending of the show by announcing this move because maybe that means Jordan won and he'll be doing the mentorship in LA. Who knows, we'll just have to wait and see, but there could be another reason for Jaclyn moving to California. As you guys know, Forma closed Jaclyn Cosmetics at the beginning of this year, meaning Jaclyn no longer has any active brands. Despite all the issues that Jaclyn encountered with her brand over the years, a lot of people were still upset about her closing down because she did have a few staple products that were loved by her fans. Her comments have been filled with people expressing how disappointed they are with her closing the brand for good, but it sounds like Jaclyn already has plans for another cosmetics line. Someone commented under her most recent video and said, "Devastated Jaclyn Cosmetics aren't available anymore. I own pretty much your entire line, and when they run out, I genuinely don't know what I'm gonna do." And Jaclyn responded and said, "I'm sorry, babe. I hope to come out with my own line again one day and do things differently." So maybe she's planning on working with a lab in LA and wants to be closer so she can be more hands-on instead of having a brand like Morphe do all the work. I would think starting a new brand from scratch, especially all on your own, would take years of planning. So something tells me we're not going to be seeing anything from her for a long time. Since Jaclyn doesn't have any current brands taking up all of her time, she started to take on a lot of different sponsorships, specifically with a brand called Poppi. Poppi is supposed to be healthier for you than regular pop. It's made with stevia and apple cider vinegar. And since Jaclyn is on her sobriety journey, she's been replacing alcohol with Poppi. Here's the problem. Jaclyn never discloses her Poppi sponsorships. She'll post a video showing herself making a mocktail, she'll sneak Poppi in, and then she'll pull a Michaela and hide the disclosure in her hashtags.
My new favorite mocktail, okay? I've only had it one time. I made it for myself and I about passed out. It is so good. First things first, get yourself a pretty glass. That's how everyone knows it's mocktail hour in my home. It's the mocktail bell. Now I'm going to grab some blackberries, tell me. And now, the star of the show. This new wild berry Poppi. Oh, gonna stir that shit with a knife because we keep it classy around here. It's that simple, okay? Pinkies up. I genuinely feel like I'm drinking a cocktail. It is so good. It's so crispy, sweet. It's sour, it's refreshing, it's citrusy. 5-star mocktail.
It's Valentine's Day. Well, almost. And I'm gonna be making a Valentine's Day mocktail. Now for the star of the show, I'm gonna go in with Poppi Raspberry Rose. I'm so excited to pour this over the ice. Like every time I have like little heart palpitations because it's just so stinking cute. So I'm just gonna pour the Poppi over top of those ice cubes. And then as the ice cubes melt, you'll get like all that glitter and sparkle in your martini, which is just so cute and girly. I love it.
She's even doing this on YouTube as well. She subtly sneaks in her Poppi mention and doesn't once disclose in her video.
We made it on the party bus! We're ready, baby! Olivia Rodrigo, here we come! Cheers! Thank God for Poppi and nights like this! Watermelon Poppi to keep my ass going. Gosh, times have changed. I'm a new woman.
She only has a little mention of being a Poppi partner in her description box, and Jaclyn's been doing this for a long time now. She knows how to properly disclose. She knows that you have to verbally say it, and she knows it has to be marked so you can't miss it.
Jordan and I's morning is off to a crazy start. I don't know how people eat in the car. Like, this is not ideal.
It's like those TikTokers who put Bloom in the background of all their videos, even when the video has nothing to do with Bloom. And a lot of people are saying that Poppi is her new Morphe.
This new Wildberry Poppi.
Then we're gonna go in with Poppi. This right here is the cherry limeade, and in my opinion, one of the best ones. I'm gonna go in with the classic Cola by Poppi. Open that bad boy up. Orange. Oh my God, it'll be like an orange creamsicle. Oh my God! It's so good.
And I don't know if Jaclyn is getting Poppi cheaper or what, but here they wanted $2.99 for one single can. And in my opinion, it's really not worth that price. But moving on, another thing Jaclyn is being called out for this week is her shopping addiction. Now, Jaclyn has admitted to having problems with shopping before.
So I'm laying in bed and I'm looking at my credit card statement and I'm like, holy shit, clearly there is fraud right there. I'm like, okay, thank God I checked this. How did no one catch on to this? So much money had been spent. I was like, thank God I checked my bill this month to see this, okay? So clearly we've got to call American Express and do the whole thing. We got to cancel the card. We got to get our money back. Like, it's 48 hours later, turns out it was all me. So it turns out I don't have a good gauge of my spending habits and I need to start checking my bank account more often. When I realized it was me, I laughed so hard I cried. At what point was my delusion going to settle and me realize, like, oh, wait a second, this person shopped at Lululemon a lot last week. So did I. It just all racks up so fast. I'm done. I'm canceling myself, not my credit card.
But since she's moving, she's been recording herself decluttering, and people are shocked at how much stuff she's accumulated and wasted money on. She recently posted a video showing her going through all her sports bras, and she was getting rid of so many size 10s that no longer fit her, and they pretty much all still had the tags on them.
Jordan's looking at me like he married an axe murderer. This is not tank tops. These are not shorts. These are not leggings. These are just my sports bras. I'm not gonna play games or lie to you. This is really bad. And they're all different sizes and they all have tags. Tags still on, size 10. This is so sad. They have like seminars for people with shopping addictions. Yes. It's everything that I'm getting rid of that has the tag. The amount of money that's in this pile, yeah, it makes me want to throw up. Okay, that's it. I know I have a problem. I love you. Bye.
And that did not go over too well in the comments. A lot of people were calling this a very clear shopping addiction, with some people writing, if you're idolizing this, please know that this is a form of addiction. This is called excessive shopping. And a lot of people were calling this content very out of touch, considering that a lot of people can barely afford to survive right now. With one person writing, wow, talk about completely unrelatable content. The rest of us are worried about groceries and where our next paycheck is coming from, and you're over here flaunting the fact that you have hundreds of pieces of clothing with the tags still on them. But instead of taking these comments as a hint to, tone down this kind of content, Jaclyn continued to display her excessive shopping over on her Instagram story.
Okay, we are knee deep in packing right now, but I still gotta share this quick story time with you. So 2 days ago, we were out to lunch with my mom and my stepdad, and it was me and Jordan, and this girl sat down at like the table next to us, and the wind blew, and I'm not kidding when I say she smelled so good. So I asked her what she was wearing, and she was wearing 2 different perfumes. Okay, I already ordered the other one, but then she said that she also had on a Juicy Couture perfume. And I was like, what? Juicy Couture? Like, she's like, yes, like Viva La Juicy. Okay, so I don't know which one it is because they have so many, so I bought them all. Okay, that's basically just all the story is I bought them all because I'm determined to smell like her. It was so sweet and chic and fresh. I'll let you know.
And And those perfumes aren't cheap, which made her own fans call her out on her shopping habits, with one person writing, "Genuinely curious, how is this not excessive spending when just last night you said that you don't have a shopping problem?" And Jaclyn actually responded and said, "This is excessive spending. This is also a part of my job. I find things I like and don't like and then recommend to my audience. If I didn't have the career I have, I would not have purchased all of these. Now the sports bras, that was a different story." And I totally get it being her job and her needing to purchase a lot more product than most would purchase, but I don't know. It does seem very excessive, but it is her money and she can do what she wants with it. But if you've admitted to having a shopping problem and recognize that your spending is excessive, maybe it's time to tone it down just a little bit. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think about everything down below. Do you think Poppi is the new Morphe for Jaclyn? Do you think she's moving to LA to start another cosmetics brand? Let me know, and I'll see you next time.